Dumelang, welcome to Mommy Diaries. This show is about motherhood, parenting, and this amazing journey. On today's show, I have a friend of mine, Marjorie Langa. She's a mom, an actress, a businesswoman, and she's my best friend.
Yeah, she actually called me by name. She always calls me character.
I was not going to call you the character name. We'll get there.
Okay.
But how are you?
I'm good, thanks, Chuma.
And you know what? I'm so grateful because number one, I know you don't like interviews.
Nope.
Number two, I'm just so grateful that we can have this conversation and the conversations that we sometimes have privately when it's just the two of us or
100%.
when we have when we're with other friends.
Yeah.
How are you? How's life so far?
Life is good. Life is good. It's challenges, but we make it work.
Yeah.
And the motivation is obviously every single day when you wake up is the child next door to you. Hey, I need to push.
Yeah.
But life is pushing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And where were you? Where are you? Skroa. Uhlagay.
It's actually quite a complex question because my roots, Dilimpopo, born in Mokopani, but grew up Kokakiso. Most of my life, I grew up Kokakiso. Hence the different languages that I can speak.
Yeah. Because you don't have that heavy...
Sepedi.
Eh.
I
want to accent yeah, but I can hear you when you switch when you with your family. Then I can hear
Actually, funny enough.
Oh,
yeah.
Okay. And how was your
mom
childhood?
And dad, well, biological dad. But anyway, my childhood. I think I was very fortunate, very lucky because my mom was a single parent. My dad left me when I was 2 years old. And she was a simple teacher. So she compromised, sacrificed for me and went to fabulous schools all my entire life. She's given up everything just to make sure that I get the best in life.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And I think also she compensated, or she rather filled the gap of a father, or lack of a father. So I never really felt it. So she did a fantastic job. So my childhood was quite good. Was very fortunate.
In Kagiso, or was it here?
In Kagiso.
Yeah.
And I went to St. Ursula's Convent.
Okay. I went to Tsoseletso High School. Rutana. Hey, I can your English. It is well.
My English.
It's very St. Mary's.
Anyway, so I went to until grade 8, not less than 6.
Yeah.
Then I went to Capricorn boarding school. That's where my personality sprouted. I went to boarding school in Capricorn in Polokwane. Yeah.
And the love for acting, before we get there, what did you study?
Why you want to ask me that question, Joe? But anyway, I studied medical technology because they said I was good in maths and science.
When you?
I was. No. I don't know if I was smart, but I don't know how to cram.
Yeah.
Does that make a difference?
You're a crammer.
You're a crammer. Photographic memory.
Yeah.
I think that's why the script. Anyway, so,
yeah.
So you want to please your parents. They wanted me to become a doctor. 7 years. How? So what's the shortcut? And then it was basically medical technology, specializing in microbiology. But then I remember I was working for a certain lab. I'm not going to mention them. A certain lab, night shift. I had these boys. I love boys' company because
Yeah, but then no Banaleon.
Metrosexuals, that's the problem. Gray area, so
okay.
I don't know if it's a problem, but anyway, we'll come to that. Yeah. So these boys, people say I'm funny, like Hagebu Wanje in general. They say, I guess sure, but anyway. So people always say, but why don't you go into acting? And I would laugh like, I don't even know where to start. What are you talking about? I mean, I'm that kid that thought TV was so far-fetched. But I think they don't live, they don't exist. It's just imaginary. So when people telling me you must go into acting, I was like, yeah, you're very funny.
Yeah.
Then one time, it was a night shift. I remember that when I came back, I was staying in Alberton at that time. I had a friend who was staying next door. And I said to him, these boys, they keep on mandazis, or why don't you go into acting? And I think, but why don't you? I was like, how do I end up? And actually, I'm working for an agent. Let's go on Saturday. Let's just register. Let's see what happens.
So the guy was there to take bloods.
No. At home, we stayed in Little Friends.
Oh.
I'm home now. Okay. I'm telling him now how the night was.
Yeah.
But these boys, puppies, one sister, why don't you go into acting? Try it.
Yeah.
So then I asked her, hurry up, but why don't you try it? Why don't you really? And I work for an agent. You know, they always, God makes sure why structure it in a way that you get to where you want it to get, you know. So I was like, okay, I've got nothing to lose. Saturday, I'm not working. Let's go. Then I went there. Oh my gosh, they're being made up. Number one, I was like, what?
The makeup.
The makeup was like now being pampered. I've never experienced anything like that. Then the photo shoot, I had to change. I enjoyed the day. I promise. I was like, you know. So there was a thingy at the back of my mind. This could be nice, but anyway, I wasn't sold heavily then, but I just enjoyed it.
Yeah.
How? No, message comes, you've got an audition Monday. Audition? Oh, interview. Okay. I went to a certain clothing store and I got to kiss. I remember a black, you know, with the white shirt. I bought the wedding cute. How? When I look at the script, the thing is, you just get there and laugh. Do I just get there and just start laughing? What they'll guide you and I just go there. Okay. When I got there, you see all these celebrities you've never imagined you'll meet ever. Yeah. I can say you short, I can say, not mysteries, so you don't even know. Kind of go you're starstruck, but you don't want to show. You know, it's like, but that's what. Because I'm a cousin, I kind of go, I was very smart, get one or two. Yeah. Because now, number one, she's funny as heck. If you think I'm funny, she's ridiculous. Yeah. So I took her word because I know she'll be my motivation. I'm used to laugh. Yeah. I give it cough and I think my another thing. Show me what is mama. But you don't want to show. Yeah. So but if I leave for more feel any experience, show me how no experience, dollar I fall down, but once about no experience. No experience in acting. I get in. Unfortunately, some white people don't know our lingo. Sorry, she's new here, so she's so can she just sit in the corner and then I try to speak. Like literally, I was dying. They started laughing because but what is she saying? She's not saying anything. Yeah. I got the gig. First audition, first gig.
It was an advert.
It was an advert for Celsi, if I remember correctly, when they were introducing MMS. MMS. Yes. The day of the shoot, I kid you not, I was in heaven. How she said, from going to lab, I was like, is this the life? Yeah. You know? Payment.
And back in the days, ads used to pay. You could literally put a deposit for a car or
that paid me 3 months worth of salary. Ka one day. Because even in a full day, half a day. We're done. Get here. Hey?
I
was like,
there we go.
So I swear, the life, the money. Yeah. I was like, this is it. Yeah. I promised every second commercial I probably got everything. Then I felt like, okay, let me move to, proper acting.
Were you still busy with Bloods? Collab? Or
no,
you were...
that's my girl. I couldn't. Yeah. Because it was, I had to lie every time. Sorry, but I had to lie every time I get auditioning. My mom was thinking, family. Or
I used to do that.
So then I don't make excuses. I'm like, you know what? I'm done. Yeah. I'm going to really, throw my net out there, see if it'll work.
The next thing you're going to lie about yourself, or I'm dead while you're alive. While you're alive. You have to go to auditions.
You know what I mean? So I just said, you know what, God, I'm leaving it in your hands. You have given me this passion that I didn't even know I existed. People had to guide me to it. Yeah. So please see to finish. Yeah. And that was it.
Yeah. Wow. And like you're saying, Mudimu has a way of sending God doesn't come directly to us, obviously.
No.
He will come through
I think
people.
He will scare us if He had to do that.
Yeah.
He will come in different shapes, form, and for you, but you'll know it's Him.
Yeah.
You'll definitely know it's Him.
How?
He makes sure He opens. You know, even how I got scandal, Lord, Mudim. Even my own agent didn't believe in me. Sorry. Yeah, you don't know who it was then, my agent. Anyway, my own agent didn't even believe in me, because I remember they were auditioning 2 roles. One for Gloria, who was more, obviously had a bigger role, and then there was a smaller one. Simultaneously, the same day, they took me to Engwe and not Gloria. My agent. More leading gangaras that have been in the industry for long. And it did, look, for me, it was like, I didn't even question it. It's okay. For me, it made sense. I mean, I'm new. I mean, how can I really compete with these people? Scandal is huge. No, just one scandal. But it was for a smaller role, and the other one was for a bigger role. So we had a list of, people that are going to be attending that character and for that character. More detailing legends. We are upcoming. One. So when I got that call back, hey, you made it. I was so happy for, you made it for Gloria. Yeah. I had to call back. Sorry, I think you made a mistake, because I didn't audition for Gloria. I auditioned for the other one. Because God is God. He moves everyone for you. You'll get that part that He wants you to be in. Yeah.
And then He knew that there's absolutely nobody in this world who can play Gloria the way that you did.
Thank you.
You know what I mean? Like, I'm really getting goosebumps because sometimes we're like, oh God, and then you see how the timing is everything.
Timing is everything.
Yeah.
And I mean, 13 years later, I was still there.
Yeah. And then you met me.
Then I met you.
Then we became friends.
We met, I think now.
Why do I feel like we're all over the place? Okay, continue.
But you'll catch up as time goes, ne? But this is our lives every single day. But anyway, yes, my friends.
Yes. No, I'm just saying, Jorge, when I got to Scandal, you were there for how many years before me?
I think it was 3, because we're friends now, 10 years,
10
right?
years,
3 years.
Yeah. And I remember I had my first scene with you.
Yes.
We were at the Ngema house.
Ngema house, yes.
And then you were obviously Mam Gobozi, and it was a pregnancy storyline.
Yes.
And in between scenes, you were so kind, and you're like, so where are you from? I'm like, I'm so shy and tiny. I'm from Bloemfontein.
You won't believe the transformation this girl. Oh, when she came, Jehovah. Oh,
Gloria.
Okay, sorry.
Anyway, you're like, I'm from Bloemfontein. How old are you? Oh, nice. And I remember that year I was engaged to get married.
Yes.
You were like, because you thought I'm still a baby. You're getting married. I'm like, yeah, I'm getting married. And then it's on the wedding is going to be on the 23rd of March. It's my birthday. I'm like, it's also my birthday.
Yes.
And then we became friends.
But do you think we became friends then or after that? We can't say it.
Yeah, we can't say it. Motherhood.
Yes.
Pregnancy. When you found out that you're pregnant, have you always wanted to be a mom?
Actually, I've always wanted a big family, not even just a mom. I love being a mom. I love, my nieces and nephews, I'm that aunt. I love children. I can spend the whole day with them with no adult. Children are just the most amazing human beings. Yeah.
And when you were playing Mantwani, go Mahashan, sorry. Were you the mom? Did you want to be a mom, or it's just besides the big family? Big family when you were young, or when you were much older?
No. When I was much older.
Yeah.
I didn't have time for being a mother when I was young. When nothing was happening, life was happening. So motherhood, you know when it kicks in? When it's time. Your body tells you, your psyche tells you, actually, something is missing.
Yeah.
And over broody. So it does exist, this thing of being broody. It definitely exists. Then it kicks in.
Yeah.
Then I fell pregnant when I was 30. And I lost the baby. Unfortunately, got involved in a car accident. And I didn't know that it actually... I went to the hospital to check, everything was great. I didn't know that actually there was a crack in my uterus.
So you knew, but you were pregnant?
I knew I was pregnant. First baby. Super excited. Super, super. Like you're super, because it was right timing because I was working already. So I didn't depend on anyone. I was independent already, as much as I was with my partner then, but I could have, if things didn't work out, I could have made it on my own still. You know what I mean? So when that happened, I was traumatized for, it hurt me. And the whole process, people don't understand miscarriage, the concept of what you go through as a human being, apart from your physical aspect, your psychological, especially when you wanted the child, especially when you would have given the world for just that one child. Because the other reason why I was super excited, because my menstrual cycle was not irregular, so I didn't just fall pregnant normally. It was not easy.
Yeah.
So I had to go to doctors, and they said try this, try that, and eventually I fell pregnant.
Yeah.
So it was more heartbreaking, and it crushed me because of the process of
so bad.
Because I wanted it.
Yeah. And how did you heal? Like, and a lot of women have been through what you've been through, where they sit here and they communicate or talk about their first pregnancy. They went through a miscarriage, and how difficult it was to even fall pregnant the second time, and also to trust that the second time the baby will make it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? How did you deal with that pain and, like you're saying, the trauma of losing something you want so bad?
I didn't deal with it, I see.
Yeah.
I until later, when even after my child was born, did I actually go, like, it was so bad that I shut it out. My body, I didn't face it head on. This is what I went through. I chose to move on.
Yeah.
And it actually catches up with you later. Yeah. Might as well think, okay, now I'm strong, I'm what, but it does catch up with you. That was your baby. Yeah. There was a human being that probably is spiritually still attached to you, but you choose to ignore it, or you choose to ignore the trauma or what you've been through. So I dealt with it at a later stage, not necessarily then.
Yeah. And then now, do you sometimes imagine how life could be if you had two kids, if your
I always think about it. And I always think, especially because he's 2 years old, the one that comes after is, I was pregnant 2 years later, 32. Yeah. I always look at the age mates, like, he could have actually, I wonder personality. You wonder a whole lot of things, especially when you're struggling with this one. Like, I wonder how his brother would have been. Or I wonder what, would I have had him if this one is existing? Would I have had 2 kids? Probably, but that's why it happened.
Yeah. And then you fell pregnant.
Surprisingly so.
Lovely boy made it.
Actually, it was also traumatic for him. The pregnancy was amazing. I had a small stomach, but I felt like I'm carrying an elephant. He was a small baby. I mean, he came out 2.6 kgs. He was nearly skin and bones. There was nothing.
And it was full term.
44 weeks. See, not even just full term. He just refused to come out. The child.
It is hell here. I want to stay in the stomach because if I knew what I know now. I went to the
doctor, but I don't know anything. I kept the fact my pregnancy was amazing. Yeah. Comes 44 weeks, 3 days, I remember very well. The day came. When the day came, they took me to the hospital. Habangisa, I was 2 centimeters dilated. When I was 2 centimeters, okay, Babuka in, Wakena. Then I think when I was 4 centimeters dilated, my BP went up a little bit. So, sometimes I always question the thought of that doctor at that moment when he writes sedate instead of induce. Because I'm in labor, active labor. And I have Dr. Omo Chabukarang, he's learning or made a mistake. No. It's an elderly guy, not old, experienced doctor, writes sedate instead of induce. And I remember very well, I think it was around about 10 o'clock in the morning. And I asked the sister, why am I falling asleep? Because I told her I'm drowsy. She when she injects me, why don't you ask as a nurse? You know, when you're active labor, I need to help the child come through. So if you sedate me, I'm gonna pass out. I'm not gonna be active. So she injects me and I'm falling asleep. But mudim, you know, the sister that left earlier that morning, she was supposed to come in at 7. She came in at 6. When she came at 6, what are you still doing here? People have left. Let me check you. Over an hour difference. Had she come late, I would have been saying something else now. An hour early, she checks my child was in distress. My child was choking on his own feces already. I didn't have a choice. They wheeled me to the theater. I consent while they're wheeling me, like whether I wanted it or not. They had to wheel me to the theater. When we got to the theater, you know, I didn't have that whole process where they give you a child. They had to resuscitate him. So they took him, and by God's grace, he made it through.
He made it through.
Yeah.
And then, like, in cases like that, what do you do? Do you sue the doctor? Do you sue the hospital? Or it was just one of those things where you're like, you know what?
It is well. I never thought about anything of that nature at that time. I was focusing on this little boy that came, that made it. And he's still a fighter till today. That child he's different. Yeah. He's he fights through anything and everything.
Yeah.
You know, it scares me sometimes because the other day he said to me, "Mommy, I don't know if I've got feelings. I don't know if I've got emotions. Because I don't know if I should cry, I cry, or I should." So I don't know if it's because of the traumas that's, you know, I don't know. Or being a teenager, I don't know. Anyway, he's fought through a lot, that boy.
Yeah, I know, yeah. Yeah, and how is being a mom, a single mom?
Very challenging.
Yeah. Actually, that's a stupid question. I was about to finish, Kiri. You know, being a single mom to a boy who's a teenager. It's like a whole lot of things. Single, mom, boy, a teenager.
One aspect that you forgot to add on, where the dad is not active in his life. Because you can be a single mom, but the dad is fully active.
100%.
Maybe things didn't work out between the two of you, but is fully active.
So tell me, if, like in my case, you know my situation.
Yes.
Because he's very active.
You're very fortunate. And the child,
So do I call myself a single mom?
You are a single mom. No, actually not a single mom. You're just a divorced woman.
Hey, that sounds dangerous.
He just divorced me. You're not a single mom. Because he's
that's
both of you are fully in it.
In it, like I don't have stress of anything.
And the fact that financially he's there, emotionally, psychologically, physically he's there.
That's why I don't
You're
even
not a single mom. You're not a single mom.
Yes.
My wig is falling.
Yeah, fix it, message. Let's go forward. Forward. It's there.
Okay.
So Nikki batla botsa potso ena because I always hear people bare, Mari is too forward. I love it. Yeah, there we go.
Okay.
Nikki batla botsa potso ena because, like you're saying, because sometimes you would call yourself a single mom, but I'm like, that sounds wrong because I know I have help.
You're not a single.
I'm not a single mom.
No.
I'm just a dangerous divorced one.
You're just a dangerous divorced one. But the dad is fully on. I know him.
Yeah.
I know he's fully there.
Yeah.
Your daughter does not feel I don't have a father.
No.
That's the difference.
Yeah.
Mine is non-existent. He's there when he chooses. Excuse me. He's there when he chooses, and he's there. Mutahako feel 500 rand in 5 years. Does that make you as Doki Mutu is a dad that's involved in the child's life? No. No. So to a boy, and it's you know, boys, I know they say mama, but in the early stages, they need their fathers.
They do.
They need the guidance. I don't know stuff that men can teach a boy. I had to learn how to be a mom and dad at the same time.
Yeah.
I had to force my child to grow up quickly because now we have to have conversations to guide each other. Men to men.
Yeah.
Because I can't terrorize him as a mom, where else, how is he going to turn out in the society? You know what I mean? I'm forced to, you know, some things, question myself. I do a lot of asking around with men, you know, when a child does, I mean, at teenagehood already, that sexuality is at they arrive. When you see him, he's now watching porn. That's the most scariest thing. And then you ask me, is it normal? Does it mean, okay, is the right age? Is watching porn. No, well, they said, oh yeah, no, he's wrong. He's right.
He's being a boy.
He's being a boy. To me, it's hard as a mom. But my child, don't do that. As females, it's imagine your child as a mom doing that to herself. Obviously, it's going to be scary as a mom because we close more and we understand girls more. We understand your body more. So when you're a boy, when it's a boy, you don't know what he's feeling. Yeah. You don't know what he's going through. You don't know all of those things are normal or not. So you find them weird and triggering as a mom. Called, flip, I'm doing things wrong here. Or is he now being sexual active? Or now, when is the right time to actually sit him down? Are you doing it prematurely? Are you introducing him to, it's a lot. Sure. So you need to gauge all the time via close friends that are male to say, look, this is what my son is going through. This is what I saw. What can I do there? What can I say? So it can't just be, so that's the whole concept of it takes a village. This is the village helping you.
You're so right. Like I can only imagine because I know my mom back home, she is like my nephew is staying at home with my mom. And you can tell her my mom is really struggling with certain things. Yeah. And also our moms are different. At least when you can have a sit down and have a conversation with him about, okay, listen, I understand what's happening. When you wake up, the boyoza is up.
Yeah.
This is, I would run.
No, it's passive.
Not in a bad way. Like if I was a single mom to a boy,
it's bad. It's especially when they're teenagers. Now when they're sexually active, you worry when they leave the gate. When they come or check on it's unnecessary. Like, has he started? Has he? When he stops wanting to dress in front of you, oh, it means he started. I always, things like before. Was like, okay, now you need to go shave, my boy. See, you've got a little pimple. You need to now. I can't even look at him straight. It's like, ooh.
Yo, you see the boyoza.
The boyoza is actually grown.
Yo.
You feel awkward. It's a reality. Yo,
let me make you laugh.
Yes.
So, I hope nobody's gonna send my mom this video. This at that time, so my nephew stays go big room. Yeah. So our parents don't understand boundaries.
Yes.
Correct.
Yeah.
Before you enter. Don't police. She calls me, go said, I'll call you back, relax. Hello. Hey man. Hey, get sharp. What's wrong? Hey, work on my nephew. Jamona ke mo shebile ke mo tlhodisetse ke o tshameka ka boyoza o dlala ka boyoza and then she can't say it, like our parents are not gonna say
they're not vocal like us.
He was playing with himself. Or he was,
they don't know how to actually articulate it.
She don't understand what she was doing. Get a and you know what? From now on, I'm not gonna let him touch my foot. He's gonna wash his hands. I didn't bother Satanism. Satanism in Kini.
It's a thing.
And I couldn't tell him that it's.
But I, as a parent.
So did it happen? Did it? Oh, never mind.
No, but I, as a parent, I want you to answer that. See how you're done. I, as a parent, witnessed it. Now, she's not directly your mom. I witnessed it. I did not know what to do. I did not sleep that night. Like, you walk into them. Couching. So I just came in. Like, and why you to nights are. And it's the most, and then thereafter, you don't look at him the same way.
So you
like everything, and I'm like that. Did you wash your hands, boy? Okay, sanitize. So kicking about the sanitizer thing.
Yes.
And
from messy moments to magical moments, motherhood is your masterpiece. Treat yourself to KFC and stand a chance to win bottomless buckets of KFC and daily instant prizes. But entering is easy. When all you have to do is buy one of KFC promo buckets and then scan a QR code and then complete the easy steps. But the bucket starts from 149 Rand 90. Go and grab the promo bucket, scan it, and then you can win. Terms and conditions apply. Marjorie, it's so tough, and it's things that unfortunately if you're a mom, whether you're a girl or a boy, it's things like right now, as a mom to a girl, we worry about boys. Oh my God, they're going to ask her out and all of that. And those are the things that we cannot run away from. Whether or Beyonce or whether Wana Maria, we all want to pass through
And
this.
you know what's sad? Nobody's ever going to be good enough for your child. Even if now he's 15, he's starting to date. So check him on the snap. Like you always... I also don't want to be that parent, we don't understand how they date. Or we don't engage with them in terms of it's a taboo. It's not a taboo. You need to have a conversation with the child. Okay, so Papa, who is it? No, at least knowing is better. Open up. In a way, as much as they want to disclose everything, in a way, like gauge or okay, you know what I mean? So involve yourself, but in a way, not in a parental way. On the same level, boy. Okay, now already. Now when you need to condom, you need to have as tough, as hard as it is. You need to have those hard conversations with them.
And how do you balance the Marjorie being a mom and Marjorie being a friend? Because I get you want him to trust you, to be able to come to you, okay, mom, I messed up. Or because we didn't have that with our moms. We just saw mama as
absolutely.
I'm sure some people don't later.
Absolutely.
So how do you make sure now I'm being Marjorie the mom and Marjorie the friend who wants to hear, because our kids are going through a lot. It's depression.
I never know what comes out at the time it's happening, whatever situation. It's a matter of just step back and how do you handle this? So first instinct is to be a mother. I don't want to lie to you. But then you also don't want to push him away. You also don't want him not to trust you anymore. Because where I learned I need to step back, he started confiding in his nanny. Because his nanny now is like a friend. I was like, that's dangerous because now you won't be able to, and nanny can't tell you everything. You know what I mean? That's when I said, you know what? I need him to see me as a friend more than just a mom. He must be able to, like, when I've got 15 girlfriends, suck it is like, oh, okay, but that's not good. In a way that at least I don't want to, no, you need to, imagine now somebody asking your mom being the 15th girlfriend in somebody's life. Would you like it? No, okay, we learn. It's a step by step. I'm still in school with that. There's no formula. You need to know your child. You need to know your relationship with your child. This is what this is the level you can get it or up or below. Because some are very sensitive. So it's different.
For someone who's watching who maybe whether a mom to a boy or girl, their kids are about to get into that stage, teenager. What advice, especially now, this month is like mental health month awareness.
Yes.
Like mental health is it's so important. And we understand that now because back then we didn't know what mental health is.
I'm still struggling with it.
Me too.
I'm struggling with it daily. You need to self-reflect almost every day in terms of what transpired today. Especially when you come into a situation where there's a bit of a situation and uncomfortable, whether you had to shout at him or whether you had to talk about something serious or whether, so you need to also, especially when you're a single parent, even those that are, both parents existing in their life, you need to safeguard yourself every day, every time. Pray, husa, take a moment and just say, you know what, should I have handled it differently? Would I have handled differently? Speak to your friends, ask about it. Then if you I made a mistake, know how to say I'm sorry as well to your kids, because it's very difficult as parents, and I don't know, as Black parents particularly, because Harahudisu is saying sorry. No. You know what I mean?
My mom has still
no.
Sorry.
They still don't know how to say I'm sorry.
No.
You know what I mean? So we need to learn that, especially Madama these days, because they're so vocal, they're taught to be independent and all of that. So to them, it's the norm to talk, to discuss. To us, it's still a struggle, but you need to actually meet each other halfway somewhere. And then safeguard yourself and just take it every day. Take it every day and pray a lot.
We've been working together a lot on this new project that we're doing. And we were breaking. You're not breaking out.
Breaking down.
We were breaking down a lot because we were tired. we were overwhelmed, and also at the same time, we were not with our kids. It's tough. Our industry and any other industry out there that takes you away from your child. Yeah. What advice would you give to moms who are having that guilt? It's overwhelming. I'm always at work, but I have no choice but to work for my child.
Number one, you need to sit your child down to understand the kind of job that you're doing. That's the first thing. You need to say, my child, certain days is going to take me away from you. Certain days I'll be here. And you need to, amongst all of that, during somewhere in between, make time. Cancel some certain things that are not important. And just, I play PlayStation these days, I've learned. I promise you, because I'm at home, I can still read script or do something at work, but being with him, engage, do things together. Then one day, just, even if when you're going to work, take him with his friends, like I did on his birthday. Let them do what they want, or coffee shop, whatever, but you're still there. Just be present. Especially teenagers, they don't want you to be in their face, but they want you just to be around.
I don't want those things to come.
But should you go out, where are you going? But even I'm here, you don't come to me. You don't want me. Yes. They just, for the mere fact that you're home, your presence is good enough. Even coming here, what time are you coming back? How? He woke up early. He had anxiety more. I found him on the couch.
Yeah.
I'm like, but no, I just wanted to play. It's because he knows I'm going somewhere early in the morning. Yes. So it's always an anxiety for him as well. Even if he doesn't. So I sit with him. I'll be back just now. Because we have to go do stuff together. Yeah. So you need to make them understand your job, because you have to. You can't just sit at home and be providing for them. And then you always remind them, I know it's guilt. I always say, so do you want those shoes that you said? So I need to go work. Oh, okay. Makes sense for them, because you need to remind them. But for them to get those things, it's a must that I leave them. Yeah. Even if it's just for that moment.
Yeah. And what's that one thing that you want him to learn? These things live forever on the internet. One day he's going to watch this interview. What's that one thing that you want him to be like, I learned this thing from mama.
To be humble. Humility takes you a long way. Don't think you're bigger than anyone. Don't look down on anybody. Yeah. That's mom everyday preach, and know God. If you know God, you've got it all. Like in your struggles, you, my friend, know how I've struggled in a lot of things. But how it's one with him and hold on to him. The other day it broke me down. Teenagers, this technology, it really takes them away from knowing who God really is, because they're so preoccupied, they're so busy. Even their quiet moments, these days I encourage them, just take 5 minutes away from doing anything. Just close your eyes and just pray. You don't need to do like orase. Just speak to God. Know who God is. So that's what I'm trying to teach every day. So sometimes you don't understand. Even I remember when we were growing up, but it's like again, you didn't understand what the concept of Mudim until we grew up. But at least they planted a seed.
They did.
So that's all I need is just to make sure that seed is rooted, it's planted, where he makes the right choices and it sprouts when he grows up. That's what I pray for.
I never did but now we like. The older you get,
check out man we live. Like there's a focus.
Yeah.
But God is God. He went inside you willingly or not willingly. He was there. So that's all I can ask.
Yeah. Yeah. And it's Mother's Day month. Mother's Day month, eh?
Yes, May.
Yeah.
I'm judging.
I can't give a woman's month. Maybe it's Mother's Day month. Or it's just one day.
One day, Mother's Day out. But anyway.
Yes. What's that one thing that you learned from your mom that you want to carry on with our children?
Being selfless. In terms of giving everything up for your kids. You'd move mountains for your kids. Growing up, I feel privileged because she did that.
Yeah.
So I wish to do that to my child one day. That, you know what? My mother gave up everything for me. Yeah.
Being selfless.
Are
you selfless?
I think I am.
You are. Yo, wait, bra. Harry. You know, Marjorie, you know, guys, the art of letting go. Ne? And I'm still sharing this because you know, the older you get, the more you realize there are some things that you must just let go and accept.
Physically.
So I'm struggling to let go at the fact that I haven't, like, guys, I don't wear a bra. I haven't worn a bra, you know. I don't wear a bra.
But she does not even
my
need
entire life. I'm getting to the point. I'm 36.
So
who
it's in your head. It's in your head. How?
Are you menopause? Is it kicking yet? Or are you premenopausal? Or what's going on with you, my friend?
I've always struggled with menstrual cycles, so I can't say it's part of that. So I don't know.
You don't know yet, yeah.
I guess what you look at me. I guess I'll private summer.
Okay.
So premenopausal. How is Langa now? Premenopausal.
I think I'll have an episode about that so that I can understand.
You need to distinguish pre and when you're menopausal.
But I think it's a difficult subject because it's just like it's per person.
It's per person.
Some people
will be like, know the symptoms. Let's get different experiences from different people. If age, some people menopause got 30 something, so there's no age. Some menopause later. You've got a friend or a colleague or something. Old menopause later. But anyway, so it's different.
Yeah, so it's only right. So
yo, I've got to hope I was so too.
I just feel like sometimes I can't see our audience. How many audience here just women, so we can just like talk.
Absolutely. About maybe something to think about.
I think so. I think maybe Sia will help me with the YouTube thing. I just want to like reblock
different experiences. How do you feel after 40?
July. What I'm feeling now is gonna get better.
It defies you.
Hallelujah. Bring that week forward, my sister. Hallelujah. Oh my God, I had so much fun. I think more than anything, I get judged a lot on social media about being friends with older people. Like, you know, when I'm chilling with you, when I'm chilling with Bomampo and Bohomo, there's always like a comment for how but every day I realize that love haina. The same way as you would date someone older. It's the same thing. If you would date someone older, you fell in love. I've always been even when I was young, I was always like very forward and very much aware. And I'm so grateful for our friendship.
Yeah.
And I'm so grateful that we always joke around about why we're still friends. I don't know if you want to tell the joke.
No.
Okay.
Okay.
Say it.
I'll say it a little bit. I won't mention names or anything. Okay, let's see how best I can do this.
Yeah.
Also, Sile. And she says, Nike Sile. Okay, right?
No, I'm not saying that one, Kiri.
Which one?
Oh, I'm talking about the meme. I'm talking about a meme about us being friends. The reason why our friendship lasted.
You know why friendship? Oh, that one. I mean, how is it the guy? Oops. And the reason why we are friends and our friendship works is because how did anybody depart?
We don't borrow each other's clothes. When I saw that meme, I sent it to Matt. Because someone said, friendships that last longer are for us. I get a Nike size 3, size 4. So we'll never borrow each other clothes. That's why we're still friends. We'll never fight for clothes. I love you with all my heart. And thank you so much for being my friend. Thank you for and the age thing is literally nothing but a number. Yeah. And I see it through our friendship that, you know, Mudimu already set together and he maps everything. He knew that on this day, this year, we'll be go scandal together. Yeah. And then we'll just become two beautiful people who
Absolutely.
are raising our kids.
Yeah.
You're such a good mom.
Oh, man.
You go through, I know this because I go through it with you.
Mm-hmm.
Just continue being great. And I hope moms out there, I know this one was a bit selfish because Nerit's here at this episode, but I know there's someone out there who will take something from what you said. And more than anything, what I took is that Mudimu has been the leader in your life and he will always be.
100%.
And I just think, Cole, you will find a man who's going to marry you. Never mind. Thank you for watching.
Thank you.